Hello, thanks for tuning in. This isn't the parking brake handle assembly that I took off my deuce-and-a-half. That handle had been out in the weather so long it could not be saved. The center shaft that pulls on the cable was rusted in place so bad that even beating on the end with a sledgehammer would not free it. So I bought this used handle. Off camera, I sandblasted it and then I spray painted it from every possible angle. This video will show how it goes back together. Alright, here's a handle that I have reconditioned. See how easily this moves? It'll slide back and forth just by me tilting it. I've got it moving. It's not just super easy, but just to keep it moving nice like I want it. I'm probably going to use some motorcycle chain oil down in there and down in there for no other reason than I know that it penetrates pretty good. It's very sticky and lasting, and it's designed to get in pivot points, you know, just like this on a chain. This is the O-ring that I'm going to use. This is how it sits if it's not on there. So it's about the same outside diameter as the end of this guy. It's important that this not be too thick, because if it is, you'll put it on here, it won't really sit down in the groove, and when you try to put the cap on the end, it just won't go. So through experimentation, I found out that this is the right size. It goes on very easily, just like this. Okay, see how it actually sits down in the groove. Here's my handle. I've got the O-ring installed. See how it goes on? And it stays on. And it keeps it from twisting unintentionally. Okay, now what I'm going to do is reassemble this arm as much as I can. The first thing I wanted to do was put some grease on that internal sliding lever. I'm just going to pack it with as much grease as I can. My plan is to come back and wipe it off as much as I can after I've got it kind of fully greased.
There are green ones and green ones and green ones and green ones, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same. And the crewmen in the capsules all went to the university and then into the Air Force, where they came out all the same. There are line crews and...
Okay, so let's see. I kind of like the way the grease squeezes out as I push it up in there. And then I'm going to wipe this off. The exact cracks that I was trying to fill with grease a second earlier, now I'm trying to get it out. Because I've put the grease where I want it, which is inside the tube. This is probably not necessary, but I do a lot of things that are not strictly necessary. Okay, I've done that. And we're going to make it a lighter coat by turning around and wiping off, you know, the excess. Okay, now I've got it where I want it. Here's the aluminum handle that goes on this guy. Okay, so I've got the hole all the way to the bottom of the slot. That's where I would like it to start out. Okay, so this bar right here, he comes up, let's just lay it like that. This bar goes into this fork right here. And got a pin. Let's see how it fits with no washers, just out of curiosity. The answer is it's pretty tight. Even with no washers at all, it's pretty tight. I found myself a very thin stainless washer to put on that. And I've got a E-clip It's a brand new E-clip. The old one was kind of destroyed. Pop. And boom. I'm back to being good. This pin is a new pin. It's a replacement pin, which is going to go through here like that. Now these washers are nothing special, but one thing about them is they are not very wide outside diameter, because if they were very wide, they wouldn't fit in this slot like that. Anyway, I've got to figure out the right washer set to make this pin fit nicely in the slot but still move. Okay, so I've got a kind of a thick washer there. I'm going to try that. I think that's going to be perfect. Yeah, that's going to be perfect. All right. Now, if you're replacing your emergency brake lever like I was, don't throw the old one away until you get your replacement like I did. That was dumb. My used replacement handle did not come with the spacer that goes right here, and that was a problem for me. So I had to go scrounge a part from my junk collection, and it's just a black plastic spacer, and I had to drill out the inside to 3/8 because that's the size of these bolts. The next step in this emergency brake assembly instructions in the TM is install the spacer and screw between the two parking brake lever mounting brackets and parking brake lever with the nut. So I think what they're saying is to install this guy like so. Okay, the spacer's going in hopefully for the final time. I'm going to do it exactly by the book. They show the bolt coming in from this side, running through here, running through all of that. Yeah, and then coming out on this side through there. Yeah, okay. So these bolts, they're fine threaded. Okay, so now I have an assembly. These bolts are not tightened up because I still have to attach these two plates to the floor. Once that's done, these can be tightened up more, but I'll be careful not to squeeze this front one so much that it squeezes the two sides of this handle bracket together. So I think now we're ready for mounting this on the floor. Comments and questions are always welcome, and they help other viewers. Thank you for watching. The next thing I'm supposed to do is attach this guy to these two. Wow, just spider. Okay.